Good evening. Oh no, please, don't be frightened. I mean you no harm. I heard you walking and wanted to make myself known is all. It's not often I see someone out in the forest at this hour. My name is Cain, and you? What a lovely name. Tell me, my dear, what are you doing out here on your own? The woods are merciless at this hour, especially in the winter. You must be frozen to the bone. You've come to gather wolfsbane. You've picked a bad time for that. Have you found any? I thought so. There aren't many patches of it close to the village. If you want to find it in bloom, you'll have to go deeper into the forest. I know of a patch not too far from here. Oh, I beg your pardon. I'm being far too forward. No, you don't need to apologize. I could see it in your eyes. It's only natural you'd be hesitant to follow someone you just met, with no way of knowing if they're friend or fiend. If you'd rather continue looking on your own, then by all means, don't let me impose. I wish you the best of luck, and please do be careful. The forest can be dangerous at night. You'd like me to show you the way? It would be my pleasure. Come, it's not too far from here. We'll have you home before the moon reaches its peak. I'll hope you pardon my saying so, but that's a lovely red cloak you're wearing. A pity you chose to wear it while walking such a rough path. The hem's been torn to rags. You didn't choose to wear it. Did the cloak insist then? I can't say I'd blame it for wanting to be draped around lovely shoulders, but... Your parents told you to wear it? My, what an obedient child you are. Oh no, please. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. On the contrary, obedience can be a wonderful quality. I'm sure your parents are very appreciative of it. Here we are. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's always nice to see something blooming in winter. And the wolfsbane blossoms are such a lovely color. How much do you need? There's more than enough for that. I'd help you gather some, but I have a bit of an allergy. I'd rather not touch them if I can help it. You made quick work of that. What deft hands you have, my dear. Now that you've found your wolfsbane, I suppose you'll want to be home as soon as possible. Do you know the way? I thought that might be the case. It's dark, and the forest can be frightening at night. It's easy to get lost, especially when you're alone. Luckily for you, I know the forest very well. Take my hand, my sweet. I'll lead you home. What is it? Did you want to ask me something? What am I doing in the forest at this hour? I'm a hunter, you see. I live in a cottage at the heart of the woods. I don't often go into town. I hunt or gather everything I need out here. I've been hunting a particularly precious creature for quite some time. Tonight, I plan to finally bring them home. How observant. Yes, it's true I have no bow or knife. I didn't want to use such things on this hunt. I'd hate to damage such a beautiful creature. Luckily, I was able to make a deal with those who watch over them. They aren't a very wild creature, you see. They're tame. You might even call them obedient. Of course, even though the ones watching over them sent them my way, I still had to guide them. They didn't know the forest very well. I should have expected them to get lost. If I had, I might have been able to save them a lot of unnecessary wandering. But I found them in the end, and that's what matters. What is it I'm hunting? Well, to be honest with you, my love, I've only just learned their name. There it is. Welcome home, my sweet. Quaint, isn't it? I'm confident you'll like it here. Even in winter, the forest will provide more than enough for the two of us. You still don't understand. My dear, you are the precious beast I've been hunting. Your village sent you here to appease me, a sacrificial lamb. Not that I intended to slaughter you like one, of course. Oh, but it's true. I've been watching your village for months now. Watching you. From the first moment I saw you playing at the edge of the forest, I wanted you more than I've ever wanted anything. Your hair, your voice, your scent, all of it called out to me. I considered coming to get you myself, but if you vanished without a trace, the other villagers would have come looking for you. Not that they would have been able to take you from me, but I wanted to be alone with you once I'd gotten you. Besides, I didn't want to scare you like that, so I decided the best thing to do was have the villagers hand you over of their own accord. First, I had to get their attention. That was simple enough. I'd slip into the pastures at night, break the locks, and kill a few sheep or cattle. I made sure to make enough of a mess that they couldn't help but notice. Although, I'm sure your parents spared you the more gruesome details. Do you remember the hunting party that went out about 5 days ago? All the strongest men in your village set out to hunt the wolf they believed was killing your livestock. Your father was among them, if I recall. When they returned that night, they said they'd killed the wolf, didn't they? Well, they didn't quite kill me. But then again, I'm not quite a wolf. They couldn't kill me. They couldn't even hurt me, although they certainly tried. I let them tire themselves out, and once I'd taken a few bites and pieces out of them, I gave them my terms. They'd send you out into the forest so that I could claim you as my own, and in exchange, I'd stop my attacks. If they refused, I'd stop killing cattle and start taking children instead. It's true, 1 or 2 of them protested. But in the end, they came around, and they were clearly able to convince the others as well once they'd returned. It couldn't have gone better. I wouldn't lie to you about this, my dear. Your parents sent you out looking for wolfsbane because I told them to. The only patches you could find in this snow grow near my home. Didn't you wonder why your parents took such care in preparing you for your trip? You said it yourself. They insisted on that lovely red cloak. It was all so you'd be perfect for me. And you are perfect. I've never seen such a beautiful creature in all of my life. Come along. It's time you were out of the snow. I left a fire in the fireplace, and if that isn't enough to warm you, I'm sure I can think of something else. I can't wait to start our new life together, Don't you understand? You can't go back. If you did, they'd drag you out here and tie you to a tree so you couldn't escape me again. Your friends, your family, everyone you thought cared about you, they won't take you back. They gave you up. There. I understand you must be hurt by what they've done, but I promise, it's better this way. You wouldn't have wanted them all to die for you, would you? Of course not. Now let's go. You shouldn't have done that, my dear. I said earlier I wasn't quite a wolf. That doesn't mean I'm human. Is this enough to prove that to you? Or do I need to show you my claws as well? What am I? I've never been one to get caught up with names. Call me a werewolf. Call me a shapeshifter. Call me whatever you wish. All you need to know about me is that I'm faster than you, stronger than you, and currently losing patience. Stop struggling. What happened to the obedience I was so fond of? You know you're not strong enough to escape me. The only thing you'll do is tire yourself out and make me. You stupid little creature. Did you honestly think a few wolfsbane blossoms would be enough to hurt me? Do you think I'd live near them if that were the case? It's true that it's unpleasant, but it will take far more than that to keep me away from you. Now all you've done is make me very, very angry. Now give me that! If you aren't going to listen to reason, then it seems I'll have to go back on my word. I said I'd hate to harm such a beautiful creature, but since you seem so determined to make a monster out of me... That hurts, doesn't it? It would be all too easy for me to kill you, you know? You're so delicate. I could carve you open and soak the snow with your blood before you even had the chance to scream. Now listen to me carefully, little lamb. From this moment onward, you are mine. Mine to love, mine to hold, mine to bite and tear and shred to pieces if I so wish. I don't want to hurt you, but I'm not above it. Either you give me your heart willingly, or I push my claws in just a bit farther and rip it from your chest. Do I make myself clear? I said, do I make myself clear? I don't see much point in you having a tongue if you won't speak to me. Should I carve it out of you, or bite it out? It isn't how I'd imagined our first kiss true, but it would certainly be one to remember. Is that what you want? I thought not. I'm glad to see you're learning. Although... with how sweet you taste, perhaps it would be better if you didn't learn quite so quickly. Oh, now will you behave and let me take you inside? Or will I have to drag you in there? That's a good little lamb. Shh, it's all right. There's no need for tears. I don't want to hurt you, my sweet, and I won't, so long as you behave. I know you're just confused and scared by all of this, but you needn't fret. I'll ease your pain. Soon you'll forget all about your old life. We'll be happy together, I promise. Now, let's get you inside and warmed up. I'd like to see what's beneath that tattered cloak of yours.